Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. It's good to see you. This is a timeless reading for anyone with major Leo placements, or if you were just intuitively guided here, I'm sure there's a message for you as well. I've been sitting with your energy for a little while. I have several tarot cards already pulled. There's a really beautiful, powerful message coming through for you, so let's jump right in. Your energy is being represented by the Seven of Swords, clarified by the Six of Wands. So what this means is you're using some kind of strategy, or you are putting a plan in place to take your power back, to take control back relative to some situation. And this plan that you're putting into place, or you're starting to put into place, it's working. Whatever you are doing is working. Something is starting to become more organized or manageable, I feel, because you are not just hoping for the best in this kind of passive way. You are making the best of something. You're making the best of some kind of situation. You're not just, waiting around to regain control. You're taking control back through this kind of very analytical, logic-based, objective plan or strategy. And underlying everything in your energy with the Six of Wands is victory, success, feeling proud of yourself, feeling accomplished, reconnecting with your home element of fire, which is passion. So it's almost like you're putting a strategy in place to keep your passion alive, to keep your own life force energy alive, to keep some kind of forward movement or progress happening, right? And it's working. Some of you may be experiencing recognition from others for your achievements or for whatever you're doing right now. There might be people in your life who are very encouraging, who are applauding you, who are there for you, right? But at the very least, I feel like, this Six of Wands is really capturing this experience within you of pride. You're proud of yourself because you have just moved through a Tower card. So the energy that you're currently moving through is represented by the Star and the Knight of Cups. The Star card comes right after the Tower. So you have just finished moving through some kind of Tower card moment. This is the experience of illusion falling, right? Some kind of shadow was revealed, either within yourself or maybe in another person or a situation. Shadow was revealed, the illusion fell, something ended in a major way, and it was probably uncomfortable, if not painful, right? But so very necessary, because it's essentially that which is inauthentic or unsustainable collapsing, which is what we want, right? It's what you want in the end. It's just uncomfortable to move through. So you did that. Spirit is saying you did that. It's like you moved through the hardest part. You moved through the hardest part, and now you're in the Star card. This is the energy of seeing light at the end of the tunnel. You see light at the end of the tunnel. You're reconnecting with a higher vision, maybe a brand new vision for yourself. I'm hearing just intuitively, what I'm hearing is something was washed away, and your highest vision for yourself, it has not just been renewed, I feel like it has been upgraded. So before the Tower card moment that you just went through, and the Tower card moment you went through could have been something that happened literally in a single day, or it could have been something that spanned weeks or even months. So take it how it resonates. But because of that shedding of something that couldn't be sustained, your highest vision for yourself has been upgraded, updated, refined, and clarified. So what you want for yourself has changed, maybe dramatically, or at least a little bit, but you're connected to that now. You're really honing in, feeling this sense of hope again after such heaviness. And the Knight of Cups is about vulnerability. I mean, obviously the lady in the star card has no clothes on, so that's also indicative of vulnerability. This is huge vulnerability with yourself about what your heart needs. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm feeling deep resonance with that. It's like you're taking really good care of yourself. You're taking good care of yourself. You're embracing what your heart needs and wants, and you're now slowly but surely, little by little leading with your heart more and more every day, allowing your heart to draw you forward towards this star, this new vision that you have for yourself. So this is a powerful healing moment where things are going to start to turn around for you in such a positive way. You may, still not be feeling 100% because coming out the other side of a Tower card moment can leave you exhausted or feeling a little bit destabilized, right? But I think you can feel something's really permanently starting to turn around for you. And you are an active participant in your healing. Going back to the Seven of Swords, you're being an active participant. And I love how, the Seven of Swords, again, it's about this analytical approach, strategizing, being organized, thinking things through logically, having a plan and enacting that plan to create your own success. You're literally creating it. You're not waiting for it, you're creating it. And this analytical approach to building your dreams or moving forward is the thing that's softening and opening your heart. So it's like you're really in control of your own mind again, or you're starting to be. You're starting to be in control of your own mind rather than your mind controlling you. And ironically, that is the thing that is allowing your heart to heal, to soften, to open. So there's just this beautiful, exalted relationship happening between your heart and your head. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal because this is something that the vast majority of people struggle with, right? Most people are used by their mind rather than using their mind. But you're not doing that. You're turning your situation around very consciously and intentionally. Okay, it's beautiful. Okay, let's pull some oracle cards just to get a little bit deeper. Tell me more about what Leo is moving through right now. Tell me a little bit more about the energy or the experience that Leo is moving through. Good fortune. Yes, 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 yes. Well, it's like you're making your own luck. You're making your own luck. So with the star card, how do I say this? It's like you would naturally, eventually be moving into healing, restoration energy organically after the Tower card, after the ending. It's an organic process. The Fool's journey from start to finish, from the Fool card all the way to the World card. It's kind of more or less this natural cycle or organic process that our souls move through. So it's natural for you to heal after an ending. You would be moving into the star card anyway. So you are experiencing that turn of events, that natural organic good fortune after something hard. However, also you're capitalizing on that natural turn of the wheel and making the most of it. You're making the most of this shift in the energy and making your own luck. Let's get maybe one more. Feeling one more. Good fortune here is number 13, which reduces to 4. This is about rebuilding foundations, right? Rebuilding the foundation. The tower fell because it was built on sand. So I feel like you're also part of this Seven of Swords analytical perspective is assessing, what foundation is going to be the strongest for me. Why did that thing end? What was it about the foundation that was actually an illusion or not as stable as I thought it was? And how can I build a stable foundation for myself now? 10-4-4. Shift, number 9. Yep. It's an interesting shape. It's like the infinity symbol, the lemniscat, but with pointed sides instead of round. But it does kind of remind me of that. There's some kind of mirroring going on. Oh, these cards are both also almost the same exact color. It's kind of like a yellow-green. It's making me think of the solar plexus. Connecting in, again, with your fire energy through the Six of Wands. Your sense of self, your confidence is growing. I think if you haven't seen it already, you will probably really, really, really resonate with the last collective reading that I just posted, which was called It's Time to Pivot. You are pivoting. I think you are pivoting. You're just naturally connected to the next right move for yourself, and you're shifting. It's like, again, yeah, there's this reflection through the shift card. You're capitalizing on the natural shift that's already happening to enhance it, and then that feeds the natural shift even more, which empowers you to keep going even more. So I love this. Focus at the bottom of the deck. Sagittarius energy, expansion, good luck. And I have to take it. New life. Focus on your new life. Obviously, you want to learn from what happened, which is exactly what I said in the last collective reading too. Learn from what happened, use it as data, basically, information to help inform you going forward. But for the most part, I feel like Spirit just wants you to be focused on what's next, which you're already doing. Let this be confirmation if you're already doing that. And there's something about that bow and arrow here with the focus card, the Sagittarius energy, that is also playing off of that reading about being willing to experiment, right? You are putting this plan into place, and I feel like part of why it's working, just part of why, not all of why, but part of why this strategy that you're starting to use is working is because you have an experimental 1313, you have an experimental mindset. So you're not approaching what you're doing from this place of, oh God, this better work like immediately and completely, or else I give up, I'm screwed, like pessimism, right? No, you're tapping into optimism through the Star card, and that's allowing you to be flexible in your approach. If something in your plan needs tweaking, then you're going to do it. That's why it's being successful. That's why it is successful. Okay. Let's keep going here with tarot. I am also using the Circular Edition Rider-Waite-Smith. Every time I feel called to use this deck, I know that it's part of the message. This is about having a big picture perspective, a more holistic point of view, and also circles in general represent completion, wholeness, right? Beginnings and endings, that point where an ending starts to bleed into a beginning. You're walking through a completion point, a threshold, okay? Very actively and consciously. So, give me a little bit more clarity on what's most helpful for Leo to be focusing on. 1444, okay, yeah. The number 4. Be on the lookout for number 444. What should Leo focus on? Okay. We've got 3 here. Four of, oh, four, wow. Four of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. King of Swords. Eight of Cups. Yeah, beautiful. I feel like this is total confirmation and clarification on what you're starting to do. So the King of Swords is kind of like a mini justice card. He's connected to the objective truth of a situation, and he makes a decision, a powerful, decisive decision based on the truth that he sees. He is not passive. He's making an active decision. I feel like the pattern here, the emotional pattern that's not working, also Eight of Cups, that's 2 4s, more 4. The pattern you're objectively seeing that's not working is this Four of Pentacles. This is about closing off your energy. This is the opposite of the vulnerability in the Star card and the Knight of Cups. This is like closing off all of your major chakras. This is like hoarding your own energy, not allowing your energy to flow in this beautiful give and take between yourself and other people, or between yourself and something you're passionate about. It's like you're not letting your energy flow. It's being all blocked up, right? Out of fear. Is because you're afraid. If I start to express myself or expand myself or give myself away in some capacity, if I let myself be vulnerable, oh, it's gonna bite me in the butt, right? That is what you see clearly you want to walk away from. It's a mental and emotional pattern, okay? So this is what Spirit wants you to focus on. How are you holding back your energy out of fear? In what ways are you feeling inspired to open up, share, and express your energy more? But then, as soon as you feel the impulse to start doing that, fear comes in. Some voice in your head says, no, 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 no. Oh God, no, that's too scary. That's too scary. What if I get hurt again in this way? Or what if I'm just heading towards another Tower card moment, right? Whatever it is for you, whatever it is, notice that dynamic between like impulse to open up, impulse to share, impulse to allow your energy to flow more freely, and then fear. Stuck, right? Pay attention to that. And then through the King of Swords in this very objective, analytical way, start to dissect that. Dissect it. See the pattern for what it is, and then make the choice to start shifting out of it. This is what Spirit wants you to focus on. Let's pull an oracle card to clarify this. What should Leo focus on? Divinity. Oof, so beautiful. It's like the Star card. I mean, look, oh my gosh, look at the star in the Star card with the Divinity card. How beautiful is that? It's like the same exact shape. Well, you know, this is reconnecting to that new dream that you have, that new vision, your updated highest vision for yourself. So what is it for you? What is your long-term goal for yourself, or your long-term dream for yourself? Where do you want to be in a year? Let's just go with that. Where do you want to be in a year? What do you want your life to look like in a year? That's your heart and your soul's destiny. You don't want that for no reason. So connecting with your heart's highest vision is connecting with your divinity, with your soul, with your truth, with your calling, okay? Once you're connected to that, I feel like Spirit wants you to continue to practically, very objectively, consider the daily steps that will get you there. What do those daily steps look like? And as you do this, notice where there's still fear preventing you from taking those practical steps. Wherever that resistance pops up, go into it. Go into it, unravel it, maybe do some energy work on yourself, do shadow work on yourself, inner child work, journaling, whatever helps you. Okay. So what is not helpful for Leo to focus on? What does Leo need to shift their focus away from, or what is unhelpful to focus on? Interesting. Magician. There's that lemniscat again. Page of Swords at the bottom, but I want to clarify it a little bit more. Clarify the Magician. Okay. Yeah. Another 4. 4 of Cups. Oh, and the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. One second. What I'm hearing when I look at this Magician and 4 of Cups is the thought pattern, I can do it all on my own. I can do it all on my own because I have to do it all on my own because I've always done it all on my own. There's a kind of isolation here, and that 4 of Cups is totally connected to the 4 of Pentacles. Blocking your energy can sometimes look like rejecting an offer of connection. Because potentially that Tower card moment, the 2-2-2-2 on the timer, whatever ending you went through was potentially relative to other people. For most of you, it probably had to do with other people or one other person, right? I mean, that's usually the most painful kind of situation we go through is relative to other people, or it can be. So there's something here about acting alone, or this belief that like you have to do it all on your own. Maybe as part of your plan and your strategy, include reaching out to other people, connecting with other people, taking opportunities that come to you rather than rejecting them. This does not have to be, romantic or this big risky thing, right? It's just part of opening up your energy and getting your energy back into a flow and a rhythm. I just said this in that collective reading the other day. Think about your energy like it were money. If your energy was money, how are you spending your energy? Are you getting a return on your investment? Money loves, the consciousness of money loves to be worked with very intentionally. And money loves to be circulated, just like your energy. It doesn't want to be stuck. It doesn't want to be stagnant. It doesn't want to be forgotten and left to collect dust somewhere, right? It wants to be worked with, wants to have purpose, okay? And so coming out of your shell a little bit in some capacity should be part of your plan and your strategy. All right. Let's get some journal prompts for you from my journal prompt deck. Can you let it be easy? Can you let connecting be easy? Thank you. Should you trust yourself? That to me is like totally a question that the King of Swords would ask himself. And then what are you scared to admit that you want and why? Yeah, again, maybe that new updated vision in your heart, where you want to be in a year, it's going to require you to do some things that push you outside of your comfort zone. Okay. Can fate and free will coexist at the bottom of the deck? Yes, yes, yes. I think, personal opinion, I think they only exist because of each other. We would not know fate if we did not know free will. So yes, my opinion is yes. They can only coexist. And that was going back to what I said at the beginning, right? It's like you're capitalizing on this organic, natural shift that's already happening, using your free will to capitalize on this positive shift, this organic positive shift, and good fortune, right? So answer those questions for yourself, see where they take you. Let's get a closing message from a compendium of Witches Oracle. The Soothsayer, number 23. All right, let's see what the guidebook says. Fairness, rebellion, justice, and defiance. When the great Mississippi flood swallowed her parish, it was not in the water that she saw cruelty, but in the hands of those who harmed instead of helping, and in the eyes of those who saw it all and did nothing. The word soothsayer originally meant one who speaks the truth. So the soothsayer invites us to open our eyes and see things impartially. King of Swords. She represents the ability to speak out against injustice, to find the courage to challenge power, and to subvert unfair situations. Ooh, yes, completely. The analytical, objective, logical approach in the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords, seeing the truth for what it is. I mean, you can't not, now that the tower has fallen. The illusion is gone. You see the truth for what it is. The truth of a situation, of yourself, of your own patterns, something. The truth of your vision that scares you, whatever it is, right? So, the other interesting thing with the Knight of Cups is that he has wings on his helmet and his shoes, or his boots. I don't know if you can see that. And wings, being associated with birds, you would think that would be with the element of air. You would think it would be on the Knight of Swords, not the Knight of Cups. But what that symbolizes is that the Knight of Cups is communicating. He's actively communicating what is on his heart, communicating the truth in his heart. That's what the Soothsayer is also saying. Okay, so there is something here. You've got a lot of swords about communication, starting to speak more truthfully from your heart, not holding back what is on your heart, connecting more authentically with other people through doing that. It's all part of your healing. Thank you for letting me read for you, Leo. I hope this was helpful, or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. The journal prompts and all my links will be in the description box. I'll see you again soon. Bye.